And we're back. I think he went live. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Pokemon. Finally back. It's been like, I don't know, months. We actually got to play anything together. Work sucks. Anyway, if anybody was actually seeing that the stream was starting soon on YouTube, I apologize that it said that I was starting soon for like 2 hours. Alright. Starting now. That is assuming that OBS didn't freak out and like something not work again. Yeah, I started my stream once and the microphone was showing that it was working. It wasn't. Nobody could hear anything and I had to literally...
Everybody's like, easy.
Easy. Hey. Can't hear a fucking thing. And I had to restart the whole damn... well, I think it was just OBS I had to restart. Yeah, I think it was just OBS I had to restart. Although that hasn't happened again, but I get a little sussed out, man. Alright, what the hell were we even doing in this game?
Oh, no, I just went to do that.
Because there was like a chunk on your map down in the bottom left-hand corner that you haven't done yet.
Oh, yeah, I was checking to see if there was an Eevee.
Oh, right.
I have to have one for Angel.
Is that what it was?
I think so. I think that's the... Hold up.
You might want to check your...
I have a Vaporeon, Espeon, Umbreon, Sylveon, Glaceon, Leafeon, and I need a Jolteon. Where's my Flareon? Do I have a Flareon?
You might want to go just check your pasture. Go catch another Eevee, then go check the pasture. And see what you even have. Also, dude, I've been dying laughing at this, but, people saying, oh, for, you know, winds and waves, they better improve the freaking winds and or waves. You know, because they were looking at, like, these last two games here.
Beautiful water. At least it functions. And that's all I care. I care more about a game's function than what it looks like. If it's fun, is the story fun? Does it function?
Yeah, does it function? That's kind of a big part of a game.
I'm sorry, Scarlet and Violet.
Oh yeah. I can't tell you how many times I fell through the ground on that game.
Through the mountain?
Yeah,
or
climbing a mountain and then just all of a sudden you're in oblivion. You wake up in a different game's universe. Yeah. Pretty much.
I was able to get to an area that I was not supposed to be able to get to because I threw a Pokemon at a Pokemon at an area that I'm not supposed to be able to get to yet, and I got into a battle with it, and it popped my character over there.
Oh my god! Oh yeah, I remember that. You basically like did like a big ass sequence break and clipped into an area that you weren't even supposed to be able to get to yet. I wonder what a speed run for those newer games would actually look like. That's kind of what I'm curious about. Need to switch up your Pokemon? Were you clicking the wrong buttons?
I'm like trying to get used to it. But okay, I need to leave here and go on to the new area.
Yeah.
I'm still working on everything. In the village. Because I gotta get enough stars to even go to the next area.
Yeah. Also, if you need me to look anything up, don't ask me to. I didn't bring my phone.
Don't do it.
I didn't bring my phone. I have no idea what's happening at any given moment. If you need me to like look up something specific, I have fucking no idea.
We're good.
Oh yeah, we're good.
Just get some of these extra.
Request board.
Taste of honey, that's from the water in here. I did all these.
Bum, 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 bum. Also, sorry if that air conditioner next to you over there is kind of like cold.
Oh, we're good.
Oh, is it cold? No?
No,
Sorry,
I can
I
always
had
go get a sweater.
I had to turn the AC on because it was fucking hot in here earlier. It was like 72 degrees in here. Like, damn, I'm fucking dying in this computer. Bum, 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 bum. The Lordless Island. Oh yeah, yeah. God, we just did. I couldn't even remember where we were like even at.
I remember that part. I remember where we were at story-wise. I didn't know how to function in this game. I was like,
Didn't know how to press the
controls?
buttons properly to make things happen.
Well, because in like the last little bit, we've been playing Sonic Adventures, Sonic Adventures 2, and also RuneScape. And it's like, what button do I push?
You're getting tripped up. Well, yeah, you're on the Switch Pro controller, so I mean that's already different than your GameCube controller that you're just playing on.
And then different from a computer.
Yeah,
Completely.
very different.
You know, this game, I would want the food in this game. Like Scarlet Violet was like sandwiches, and then ZA was like nothing but curry, and these guys just look at this, look at those honey buns.
Like potato buns or something
Yeah.
like that. Honey buns? What do you
It
think?
looks like they
What do
are,
you think?
yeah.
You think they're American
Okay,
fat
honey-
asses? No.
What are they called? Fritters. Honey fritters. Look like those. I don't
Dude,
know what they're actually called.
I don't know.
Honey fritters are fried bread with honey and pepper.
The name fritter has always like made me chuckle.
Fritter.
Like, okay, sure. Oh, you were experiencing technical difficulties. Hey, all good, man. Yeah, I had the stream just kind of set up to start whenever. Streaming on YouTube is actually kind of weird because you gotta make a streaming like coming soon kind of thing on YouTube. And even though you're not gonna stream like right away if you don't, you have to put that live. And then when you go live, the video pops up. It's kind of weird. I haven't actually streamed on YouTube for... I think I might have streamed for about a year now on YouTube. I think it might be. But, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of odd. Just privileged. Chris is over here calling those damn potato buns honey buns. I'm just like...
Honey buns?
Yeah. Oh, this is my wife. This is Chrissy. This is the one that I talk about all the goddamn time on the stream. She's finally home and able to play games for a little while, thankfully.
I'm the Mrs. Easy.
You might want to scoot up a little bit. Scoot this way.
Hi.
Look at that shit-eating grin. She's just...
Is that a grin or is that a scolding?
That's more like,
One,
you
two-
stink. Oh my fucking lord. Yeah, I remember where you're at now in the story. Yeah, if I've actually actually said anything about Chrissy on stream, it's usually always been something, not shit talking, I promise.
She makes me fat. She's slow.
Oh my god. What the hell? Yeah, so interestingly enough, right? You know, me streaming Infamous for like the last infinite amount of months because I decided, hey, I'm gonna stream one of the games. And then people started requesting that I play the other one. Well, interestingly enough, I had a fine person join the YouTube chat one day. I'm going to shorten the name down a little bit to just Infamous Archives. They've been watching my struggles on Infamous, and they're here today, and that's actually who I'm talking to.
Oh, hi.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, man, I'm going to tell you this right now. I try to make sure it's always calm as could be in here. You know, not trying to have any sort of giant pop off. You know, some streamers don't go kind of nuts with their chat and have some shenanigans happen, but not here, dude. We play literally anything and everything that we like, obviously. And then I don't know. I try not to rage bait people into different things as well, but sometimes some good conversation happens, you know, that end up having people agree or disagree about certain things. But I think it, you know, I told my one buddy Rods this. I'm like, you know, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. Pretty much.
I don't remember what in the world I have.
Did you check your pasture?
Yeah, I don't have even an Eevee right now.
Oh yeah, we got to recatch another one. Yeah, so this little playthrough that we're doing right here for the game, we're doing kind of an EV only run. That's actually, like, in terms of like the battles, it's not that hard. It's just some of the mechanics in this game make that challenge a little bit little extra challenging, considering you got to do so much stuff on the Pokédex in order to like advance the game. And doing only Eevee stuff, well, that makes it extra difficult to go from one land to another.
Yeah, because all you can do is just catch Pokemon.
Yeah, catch Pokemon, train the Eevee, do all the Eevee stuff to the Pokédex, do all the different evolution stuff in their Pokédexes, and that's kind of about all you can do. Might have to cheat at some point, and then battle Pokemon and stuff. Thanks for letting me stay on the Discord server. I'm enjoying it in there. Yeah, sorry that we don't chat more in the server. It's, I don't really have a ginormous following of people. Although, a lot of those people that are in there are actually close friends that I've known throughout the ages, essentially, at this point. Like, hell, I've known most of the guys that are in there since, like, 2015, 2014. So... They're all good people, though. You lost interest in Pokemon after Johto, though? Oh, yeah, some people didn't end up going on over into, like, the Hoenn region and Galar and beyond and all those. I mean, for me, really, I enjoy the first 3 generations of Pokemon. Then after that, Diamond and Pearl, for me, were kind of a little bit of, like, the first miss. I didn't really dig Diamond and Pearl too much. The remakes of Yellow, Red, and Blue, which is Fire Red and Leaf Green, those were a lot of fun. I actually did like those a lot. Those are some really good remakes. Let's see here, buddy. Black and White was actually pretty solid. I actually did like Black and White. It kind of felt more classic-like to me, which is weird considering it's not, but it kind of has earlier vibes. Definitely fixed some stuff from Diamond and Pearl. And then I completely stopped playing after X and Y for quite a few generations because it was just not the Pokemon that I grew up with, you know? It just wasn't. Hell, I'm actually doing a playthrough right now of Pokemon Red. Me and my nephew have been playing Pokemon again, and we're doing this whole thing with Pokemon Stadium. And, yeah, makes me wonder what the hell happened to the modern Pokemon games. Let's be honest, something definitely happened. Less people in the community, the less toxic the community is, so I can genuinely think you're doing the right thing. Yeah, I know a lot of the people that are in my server personally. I used to speedrun a game called Mega Man Legends quite a bit, and I met a lot of really cool people from doing that. I mean, I met those guys back in like 2014, 2015. And then we just kind of all branched out and made our own little communities, and we all streamed different stuff, and yeah. It's pretty an interesting experience for sure. But then I have like a 3-way split chat. Like I have my YouTube chat, I got my Twitch chat, which Twitch is actually where I used to primarily only stream to. Then I branched that out to YouTube, and then I actually was contacted by Kick, which made no sense whatsoever, if I'm being completely honest, to stream on their platform because they seen potential in my streams. Well, I do like a 3-way split. I actually stream on Kick, and I do get some people who come in there sometimes, and we chat a little bit. You know, it's pretty interesting. But Twitch and YouTube have always been my primary. Sun and Moon was decent, but I haven't watched it on your own time, just bits and pieces with your brother. Sun and Moon were, from what I'm to understand, those games were fairly received, like, pretty well. I didn't ever play Ultra Sun and Moon. You know, they started doing that thing where they started doing a version of the game, and then they'll do, like, an Ultra version of the game, or they'll do a part 2 of the same kind of game, and it's like, oh, okay. That kind of started with Black and White 1 and 2, which I thought that was kind of interesting, like a continuation to a story, which it was a direct sequel to, which is good. I do have Pokemon Sun. I didn't buy both of them. I used to buy both, like, versions of the game, or all 3 versions, like when it was Silver, Gold, and Crystal. I used to buy all 3, but I didn't do that with Diamond and Pearl. And Platinum. Yeah, Platinum was the other one.
Oh.
Oh, dude, you're fine. Listen, if anybody ever wants to watch my streams and you don't feel like chatting, or if you just kind of want to watch and not have to worry about the whole chat aspect, hey, I appreciate it. It's completely fine. Lurkers are definitely welcome. I'll admit, man, when I go watch streams, there's about a 90% chance that I don't speak a single sentence the entire time I'm watching. It's an introvert thing for me. I'm not really the best conversationalist sometimes when it comes to being in, like, the stream chat.
Nope.
Stream lagging up a little. According to my end, I'm not dropping any frames. OBS is actually relatively stable today, which is good. Could just be some weird shenanigans on YouTube side. I'm pretty sure that they allow you to drop the quality if you have to. Like, you can drop it down to maybe 720p and it might work a little bit better. That's the really good thing about streaming on YouTube. You always get quality options, thankfully. I know on Twitch they're not so kind like that. Like, if you're not a partner, you don't always get the quality options, which that's a little bit of a bummer. Are you trying to cheat?
I don't wanna.
She's cheating. You dirty, filthy cheater.
I don't want to face it.
Nah, I didn't want to go over there. Screw all that. Oh my god, all the Magmars.
I'm trying to find a...
If I find a Magby?
No, I'm trying to find a... Oh my god, my brain's going blank here.
What are you looking for? Like an item? A Pokemon? A stone? Ah.
Firestone.
Oh, looking for Firestones? Well, you should definitely find them around here then, I would say. See, I'd look them up, but I ain't got my phone on me.
It's like you can find them here, but it doesn't mean you're gonna.
Yeah, it's a random chance, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But then they respawn after so long.
Man. Others.
I don't blame you. I mean, there's a lot of people who, you know, they'll say that about Twitch, they'll say that about YouTube, they'll say that about any platform. The way I see it is I can definitely understand your thought process on that because, you know, my community and us, we generally stay away from the toxicity that can definitely happen on Twitch. I mean, I've been to the front page, man. It's not a kind place over there. Like I've actually purposely popped into a front streamer's chat, and it's actually kind of funny because it's just the most toxic thing usually ever. Yo, what up, Cypher? How you doing, man? Watching easy in 1440p. Mega Man 64. Oh my god, man! Watching me at 144p. That's got to be it right there. You get all the pixels and shit. You know, screen looking like it's full on Vaseline. That's pretty good. I wish they gave just quality options, like more priority to the smaller streamers too. It's kind of weird. They say that transcoding is expensive, yet something as giant as YouTube, they allow quality options to the most like non-partnered but streaming eligible channel. Yet that shit is owned by Amazon over there at Twitch, which is one of the largest distribution platforms ever. No. You know what I mean? This is weird. Can't even keep up with the chat. Everyone's a spammer, a troller, or stalking people. It's just, yeah, it is. Honestly, dude, it is pretty disgusting. Like, I had this entire conversation a while back with my chat. We were talking about what it's like to start off as like a small streamer, what it's like at the middle ground, and then what it's like basically end game, right? Like ginormous streamer. It's funny because where you begin is actually where you end. You start off not really talking to anybody because there's no chat. You end up as a giant streamer talking to nobody because the chat is so fast and there's so many people. You can't maintain an intelligible conversation. You just can't. There's too much chat and there's nothing, like there's really no conversation going on. Basically, everybody ends up talking about whatever the streamer's talking about, and they're just talking amongst themselves, and that's kind of about it. It's actually it's a really sad end game to be a giant streamer. Although I wonder how much of that they care about, considering the money. Just saying. Oh yeah, dude, I've heard some pretty shitty things about Amazon.
Pot of greed, let me draw two cards from my deck. Your fate.
Hold on, we have the clusterfuck happening. That was two alerts going off at once. That was the draw a card and the pot of greed. Blue drew. Alright, do you want to read these to Blue? Or do you want me to read them?
Oh dear.
How about you read one, I read one? Okay. Alright, Chrissy, if you're safe, are you safe right now? No, hold on. She busy. I'll read the first one.
You're being mean to me.
Competing against 20 other women for the love of Flava Flav. That's the first card.
Hot tub.
Hot tub. Hot tubs are involved. And then friendly fire. Oh my god! Are we killing people that are in the hot tubs? Oh my god. There's 20 women competing for the love against Flava Flav in a hot tub, and all of a sudden friendly fire happens. Yo, thanks for playing, Blue. How you doing, man? Also, Blue said to not subject you to that shenanigans. That is only for my eyes. So basically, it's a savage battle. Yeah, it's a savage battle taking place in or around a hot tub. That's pretty good, dude. That's actually a pretty solid combo. Hell yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I only got one of these. I will.
Yeah, we haven't actually like did a lot of voice chat stuff in my Discord. Well, we've had some voice chats in there before, like a couple of people and whatnot, right? But the primary voice chat that happens in the community is it usually takes place outside of my server. Yo, hello, Nightfire. You just missed the absolute catastrophe of a hot tub shootout for the love of Flava Flav. You missed it. And yes, it was the combination of all time to start the stream off with some Cards Against Humanity. Yeah. It was a hot tub gunfire.
Pot of greed, let me draw two cards from my deck. Fate.
Yes, it's a catastrophe. Alright. And I'm glad there's separate redemptions because it makes it better. It makes it better. Okay, Chrissy, so I'm not supposed to subject you to this, so here we go.
One.
How do you feel about reconciling quantum theory with general relativity?
What?
How you feel about that? What is your response to that?
I'm not sure.
Okay, well, I'm gonna follow that up with 2 girls sharing 1 cup of poop.
All right.
All right, and we're gonna follow that up with Sir Jorah Mormont's cerulean blue balls.
What?
Exactly. Thanks for playing. Thanks for playing. I appreciate you. That's exactly what this just said, man. Reconciling quantum theory with general relativity with 2 girls sharing 1 cup of poop while Sir Jorah Mormont's cerulean blue balls are directly in your face. Yep. Thanks for playing, by the way.
Safari.
Yes, it absolutely was Safari time, for sure. Annoying when she barks, gets riled up, but I love her. Yeah, that's like I was saying, one of our dogs.
Pot of Greed lets me draw
bark.
2 cards from my deck.
They'll bark at anyone going down the road, any sort of sound. Neighbors could be doing something. They'll start barking, and then all of a sudden, there's Frankie, who is the quietest, most stealthy dog I've ever heard in my life. The dog has literally never growled. He's never barked. I don't even think he has a voice. The only time I've ever heard him was when he was in his crate and we had to leave and he was crying like a bitch. Poor baby. Sounds like a crazy weekend. Dude, don't I know it. We got another pot of greed, fellas. Here we go. All right, some pots of greed right here. Tight red baboon ass paired with silence.
A moment of silence.
Just tie that with silence, man. That's pretty funny. Don't call the babies a bitch. Not like literally, but it's one of those things where you're walking outside trying to come into the house and you hear him as soon as you get out of the car or at the edge of the road at the mailbox. It's like, oh my god, he's just absolutely going off. He's got the separation anxiety. That's why he's going off like that. Poor baby. You burned it in your backyard? Holy shit. Imagine being so disappointed in something that you literally take the whole thing in the backyard and you're like, you know what? Just throw it straight in, light that match, boom, gone, problem solved. That's pretty funny. Chrissy, what are you trying to achieve here? You just jumping wire deer like directly into the water? You trying to drown his ass?
Right,
you just tail whip that thing with Basky Legion's big ass tail?
Okay, maybe not that one. That one's gonna kill it. That's not gonna kill it now.
You're on episode 4 of the Telltale's Walking Dead, but you're making me want to pick Arceus back up. Yeah, blame Chrissy for that. Blame Chrissy for that.
It's really good. Oh yeah. My gosh, you just used Hydro Pump.
Well, too bad it didn't work.
Maybe.
Too bad it didn't work.
Okay, I'll kill it with that. I'm pretty sure.
Are you trying to catch it? Or are you just trying to like do some of the Pokédex stuff? No, I see what you're trying to catch do. It. Yeah. You can catch Pokemon, you just can't use them.
We did that.
Captain America was your favorite Marvel hero, and now the whole trilogy is a disappointment in your eyes. Man, I've heard some crazy stuff that I won't get into on stream about what they're doing with like actual comic runs. And I gotta say it like this, it's pretty much made me not interested in absolutely anything at all Marvel's doing with any of their characters and or their supposed sexualities and all of that stuff. Yeah, what the hell is happening in the comic universe? It's It is ridiculous, and I have no interest in what they're doing to a lot of the characters. Yeah, and bringing it to the forefront. Uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable.
I got a Firestone.
An original arcade version of Mortal Kombat? Yeah, man. Cabinet right there, but in the middle there is there's a panda bear that Chrissy made.
Yep.
But easy, we have these superheroes that like dick. Wait, hold on, what? I think I just read that wrong. We have to know that these superheroes like dick. Okay, I definitely read that wrong. Yes. Confirm.
I don't have one of you yet.
Prototype because they handled the superheroes differently, which you like those series. Yeah, Chrissy actually, okay, so I know you can't really see it too well in the background, but Chrissy's made like a Winnie the Pooh, she's made a little brown bear in the back, she made like a small, like Rocky and Bullwinkle style bull, she got a little cow, then underneath that I got my possessed ass cow from Catherine, the Atlas game, and then we got the panda bear. Dude, I'm surrounded by this stuff. I mean, I even got like a freaking Totodile like right here. Yeah, this room is full of gaming stuff and Chrissy's creation. I have a Doom Cackle Demon. I have like an actual model scale Blastoise that's movable. Yeah, pretty nifty. Oh, the God of War Ragnarok bundle. Yeah. That's it's interesting because I actually got that PlayStation 5 bundle for a lot cheaper than a base PS5. Which is the only reason why I bought it. Although, you know, respect to God of War, of course. I mean, they're even doing like the whole remake of 1, which is nifty. Pretty cool. I actually might get that. I might actually play that. Interested in it for sure. Yeah, back there on the shelf. You can't see it. It's directly above the PS5 bundle, but I have my Xbox Series X bundle up there as well, along with my Switch box. Write characters out, all these extra things that make people happy. All of it annoys me. Just write good characters. Pandering is lame. They're always adding some sort of bullshit to these characters, like way after their existence is a fact. And then anybody coming back to it reading, it's like, what the actual shit am I reading? This is not even what I don't even know, dude. That has happened to me more times than I care to admit. Like, I was actually talking to one of my neighbors, because he's really into like the comics, he's really into like a lot of the Marvel superhero stuff, like up to modern day and DC stuff, and he was catching me up on all of it, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, that is not what I expected to come out of those comic books. And then they're gonna start translating that into the shows, probably, like the movies, and I'm just like, oh, okay, well, I'm definitely not watching. Like, I know there's like another Avengers movie coming out. When, you know, Chrissy and I, when did we stop watching Marvel? We watched the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. We watched Thor: Love and
Guardians
Thunder.
of Galaxy #3.
Volume 3, Guardians of the Galaxy. That's the last one that we watched.
Which I loved all of those.
Yeah, that one was actually good too. I did like that one.
Iron Man was my favorite, honestly. But honest, Star-Lord, he's my close second, okay?
Yeah?
I would say he is.
Yeah. Fun fact, you can play Ragnarok on the PS4. You bought it on the PlayStation Store on PS4. They even have a physical release. Yeah. Right. There's what you can also do with those copies, right? Like some of the God of War games and some of the PS4 games. If you own them on PS4, on the front of the physical copies, it'll actually say PlayStation 5 Enhanced or something like that. And if you play that PS4 game on your PS5, you get like the upscale, then you get like the better frame rate, like that kind of thing. I don't wish Second Son said that on the box, but at the time when Second Son came out, PS5 didn't exist. Although, wow, playing Second Son on a PS5, it just gives it like an extra point because it was so smooth.
There you
I haven't actually caught up on the DC Universe stuff, and God, the last DC Universe thing that we watched was that new Superman movie. I don't know how I feel about it, to be completely honest. It wasn't that it was a bad movie, and to be completely honest with you, it wasn't that it was even like an absolutely fantastic movie. At least not to me. It was pretty decent. Like, I'd give it probably about a 7.5 out of 10. But it's very rare for me to give a movie a 9+, or even an 8.5+. Dance off, bro. Hell yeah. PS4 still runs Second Son amazingly, but I do agree the PS5 does make it much better. It's interesting because a baseline PS4, I don't have a baseline PS4 anymore. I used to. My original PS4 was a baseline. It runs the game pretty decent from what I've seen when my nephew was playing it, but the PS4 Pro, oddly enough, made quite the bit of a difference. Like, there were a few areas that, like, especially like the overworld areas, when you're like high up on the buildings, it would lag up a bit. PS5 though, I felt none of that. Like, it might have hitched like a time or two, but that's really like PS4 to PS5 emulation sequencing shenanigans happening there, probably. I don't know. Thought the Superman movie was good for the first hour. Let me reread that. I thought the Superman movie was good. The first hour was meh. The second hour was awesome. Yeah, I mean, I think the part that got me more than anything was the dude from Warm Bodies was Lex Luthor. And that, I couldn't take it seriously because I've seen him also in Renfield, which is the fucking Nicolas Cage movie
he's a good actor.
He's very good. Don't get me wrong. I think he did great. He did a good part, but it was hilarious to see him in a more
kind of acts like the Lex Luthor that I would know.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying he did bad, but I just thought it was funny seeing him specifically as Lex. I don't know. It threw me a little bit. I was like, oh, wow. Okay. You know. I don't know why, but every time I'm thinking about DC characters, right? I want to go back and play that Mortal Kombat game, the Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe game on PS3. I always want to go back and play that game every time I talk about, like, DC stuff. Some people like that game. Some people really hated that game. I thought it was funny and bootleg in like the kind of good way. I need to do a playthrough of that game again. It's been, oh man, it's been over 10 years since I've played that. Good long time. Are you just going around completing the Pokedex, son? Are you killing?
Come here.
Come here. Get in the damn ball! Oh, yeah.
I got her.
That Glen Meow didn't even want to come back out. It was like, nah, you can't get me back out of this ball. I don't even want to be subjected to you. that human's scary.
Okay. Now that one's not gonna go down easy.
DC versus Capcom. Capcom versus DC.
Don't
We have Marvel versus Capcom.
They killed it. Oh.
Yo, what up, Empires? How you doing, buddy? Is it a little bit weird to see me playing something that's not, you know, Infamous related? Sorry about that, by the way. I realize I marathoned the absolute crap out of the Infamous game. We're not done yet, though. I did purchase First Light. I did purchase First Light. This game is definitely better than ZA. I don't care if it's a hot take or an opinion. ZA was interesting, but this game here, I feel, definitely takes cake over ZA for several reasons. First of all, and this is just my opinion, everything that ZA did, there's other games that did those exact things but better. Blue knows what I mean. I like my traditional Pokemon fights too, man. I don't know, like the way the combat was and getting all fucky in the middle of the fights, it was just annoying. I don't know. Not to mention the what were they, like the rogue battles? That's what they were called, right? The rogue battles.
Yeah.
With like the yeah. It's basically borderlines like softcore Dark Souls.
Those are awful.
I didn't particularly mind the combat either. There's just games that did it better. Okay, I think design wise, right? ZA was very colorless, flat. It was in one city basically. It had, I think, three unique sections if you want to count one part of the ending. This is minus the DLC. And then, yeah. You look at this game, you get these different landscapes, these different maps that are huge, that you get to go across and see all these different things. Graphical fidelity or not, right? Minus that point. The game here, you get a variety of different things. You can see giant variety of Pokemon. You're not just stuck in a very claustrophobic city. Oh my god, it is Republic. How are you doing, my dude? How are you doing, man? Yeah, and the catching Pokemon in ZA, where the Pokemon that you're catching basically feel like they're in a goddamn like pen. They're in one little area that you got to catch them all, and they're so small and confined. Imagine feeling claustrophobic in a giant city. It doesn't feel so giant when it's like this, super tiny. You feel like you're being choked.
To be fair, that's kind of what cities feel like.
Stop it. Don't justify Nintendo.
I'm not justifying anything. I'm not justifying cities.
Emulation is better than the crappy streaming on PS4 and 5. Dude. I actually want to go back and play the infamous games again. Probably in like my own time on RPC S3 emulation. 60 FPS at 1080p. My goodness. Just hanging out and gaming? Hell yeah, Republic. That's pretty much what we're doing, man. We just got done having dinner there a little bit ago, and we figured, well, time to pop on stream. Time to hang out for a while. You feel the unease when you play Dead Space on PS3, but you love it? Dude, I love Dead Space 2, Infamous Archives. That game is, I have that game to thank for a lot of things, to be honest, including my love for horror games. Back in 2008, the original Isaac Clarke on the Ishimura. Love those games. I want to go play them again right now, to be completely honest with you. That remake's pretty good too, though. That remake was pretty good. Imagine a game, though, that mashes Arceus and ZA together. Open areas and cities with deep catching mechanics. But that's out of their budget. Bruh. Do you like Winds and Waves trailer? I want to see like actual in-game footage. I get kind of weirded out when I see trailers. You know? I get weirded out when I see the trailers. You know? But I think it looks good. I've seen a lot of people doing like tech analysis, being like, oh, Nintendo realized that ambient occlusion is a thing. And I'm like, dude, come on now. This tech has existed way before that, but they just didn't know how to do it. Someone worked on the Dead Space remake too. Oh, dude, I wouldn't know anything about that. Stop it. Game Freak doesn't want to spend more than $1 making games. That'd be badass. When the new Pokemon games look good, I think. I don't know. Haven't seen in-game footage. I've seen like trailer footage, which sus as fuck to me. Scarlet looked bad. Scarlet was bad. I mean, we enjoyed Scarlet and Violet because we got to play them together. We even like finished all the DLCs, caught all the Pokemon, and caught all 400 from the base game and traded them back and forth. But my goodness, it was almost like a task to play and beat those games, not to mention the amount of times that me and Chrissy fell out of bounds, which was absolutely my favorite parts. It was my favorite parts. It was so stupid. Emulation is convenient, but playing with the true version of the game is the best experience in your opinion. I agree. I don't hate like emulation in any sort of way. I think emulation is a very good, useful tool. Even for like convenience sake, if you just, I don't know, I want to plug in the physical hardware for some reason. Mess around with some of the mods, like the modding community is super huge in emulation, and that's really cool. But yeah, I'm always going to be like a physical hardware person. Same thing when it came to like speedrunning back in the day for Mega Man Legends. Like, yeah, I enjoyed like running the game on emulation and practicing on emulator and stuff, but I always took the console runs a little bit more seriously because it was OG hardware. I know, call me a console purist for saying that, but yeah. There's nothing like playing games on original hardware, dude. About to bust my NES out in there in the retro room. Me and Chrissy have been doing a bunch of work in that room lately, trying to get it the way we want it. We're trying to get some gaming curtains for the room. Stop screaming, please. Yo, what up, Dylan? Hey, thanks for gifting a sub to Cypher. Filthy purist. No such thing. Oh my god. Apparently they spent more on the Super Bowl ad spot than the entire budget of ZA. That hurts my brain to read, Blue. Thank you, Dylan, by the way. I appreciate you, man. I hope you're doing good tonight, by the way. Hard media is the way to go. Especially when you spell the word hard with all caps. I missed a message here, though. Have you seen Pokopia? Is that the new... Huh? What?
Is that one with the new...
Pokopia. Is that the new one that's on the Switch 2? Right? Like, Switch 2 only?
I thought that was the one that, like, has a new Pikachu variant.
I have not seen it, fellas. Only thing I've seen is people apparently streaming it on Twitch, and I haven't seen anything about the game, and I'm behind it. I don't know. Are my channel points currently disabled? No. No, they're not disabled. You might have to reload, Dylan. The only fighting game I liked was MK. I don't really like Tekken or Street Fighter. I don't know. I just don't like fighting games, you know. Growing up, Infamous Archives, to be honest with you, man, Mortal Kombat was the only love for me. I've barely played Tekken. I did like Street Fighter 3 Third Strike.
Off your line, kids! Cause I'm gonna grape you in the mouth!
Stop graping us in the mouth. Yeah, that's banned now. Still can't access them? Dylan, you might have to. I mean, I know this is going completely out of your way, and I'm sorry. Okay, Dylan, are you trying to draw a card and clap? If so, I'll do it for you, man. It's okay. I'll do it for free. Am I drawing and clap? All right, she already clapped. Okay, Dylan, I'm gonna give you one for free. Chrissy already clapped. You got that a 0.7 waist to hip ratio.
Whoa.
Whoa, we going for that. Okay, we go for some like waistline action. Thanks for playing. All right, we got getting some hourglass going on here. Okay. Hell yeah, man. At least give you one of those for free, right? What is my wife's favorite game to play? Sleep.
Meh.
What's your favorite games to play? I'll answer it for you. Oh, no. Sorry. I was throwing something Sonic out there.
Sonic Adventures, probably, yeah.
Yeah, probably Sonic Adventures.
Jack and Daxter is definitely a big one for me, and
have a good night, Dylan. I appreciate you, man, coming in here and dropping the sub to Cypher and coming in to say hello to me, man. I appreciate that a lot.
Safari.
Stop it. Hello, Veronies. Hey. How you doing, buddy? We on a safari hunt tonight. Yeah, exactly. We're doing that very thing. Jack and Daxter's a fun time. Heck yeah, it is. Yeah, so for emulation for me for the longest time, I didn't know much about the modding scene and doing that kind of stuff, right? That actually kind of more or less started coming up to me more so last year, kind of getting more into like emulation a bit and doing like game modding and such like that. I think my latest favorite thing has been like all these like decompilations of games, like Banjo-Kazooie coming out with like a recompiled structure of a PC port. That is super cool. I've actually been playing that and it's great. It looks good, it plays good, it controls good, the free cam's awesome. Bruh. It's super good. I love that kind of stuff, man. Like I love the fan passion projects that people will like do to like come in and decompile and recompile like a structured game. Like they've been doing it with like a bunch of stuff lately, but the Banjo-Kazooie one, super good. Yes, Empires. We actually streamed Sonic Frontiers a couple of years ago. And we enjoyed it, didn't we? We liked all the game. I would say probably besides the final boss was very underwhelming because Chrissy's a badass and she just literally destroyed his ass with no problem. Sonic Frontiers was pretty good though. I'm actually very sad that the community, like that game came out, people really enjoyed it, and then they slowly began to hate it. And it's like, it's not that bad of a game. It was actually pretty good. Just bought a pack of tabbed CR1616s for the Emerald Cart. Ah, nice, dude. I was gonna say, it's not CR2032s for that, man. Yeah, you gotta get the 1616. Gonna take my cart and battery to a cell repair shop for them to do the soldering. Oh yeah, it's two tabs. They gotta unsolder the top tab, lift it up with a pair of tweezers, grab the other one, touch the solder pad, lift straight up, take the little glue bits off, and then, you know, swap right out, repeat, resolder. Yeah. Chrissy is incredibly introvert. She doesn't talk a lot, but she's okay.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm a lurker in my own game.
I'm a lurker in my own stream. Yeah. Yeah, Chrissy doesn't talk a lot. And I'm the obnoxious asshole.
We work well together.
Yeah, we work well together. And I very much understand her introvertedness because I'm the same way. Maybe not on stream because, well...
like all your boys are like...
I have a lot to say sometimes, but, you know, in real life, I'm also pretty quiet. I just have very strong opinions. Very, very strong opinion. Oh, Empires. Don't. No. I'm not extrovert. I am just a very weird introvert. I'm a very weird introvert. Believe me, I hate people. Generally hate people.
He's like, I
hate everyone. What? Yeah, we're the introvert gang. I'm just weird. Jack 2, like Jack and Daxter the second game,
Heart of Greed lets me draw 2 cards from my deck.
is very difficult. That's my opinion on that game. It's fucking hard.
Safari.
Love it.
No. Okay. Republic, you just drew Hoobastank. You know that band that the reason is you, by the way. You know the band. You also drew Dead Parents. What the fuck, man?
That's a big song there.
And the reason is Dead Parents. Wow. Okay. Well, hey. Goodness. Yeah, Jak 2 had some problems, man. Like, there's this one mission where you gotta help your buddies get through this, like, big tunnel level. The checkpoint on that level literally sucks ballsack. I was quite livid by the time we were done with that mission. He's the asshole that programmed the ghost hunts. Yeah, but Blue, didn't you have fun laughing at that shit? I sure did, and I was dead. And no, I'm the guy who fell over the railing leading downstairs. That was fucking funny. I can't wait for everybody to fall off the roof. I can't wait for that. I got that done. At least partially done. And you can fall off the barn too, like now, from the upstairs. I fell into the hay bed and my legs were straight up in the air. I was crying because it was so damn stupid looking. Still haven't managed to get out of bounds, sadly. I did. I managed to get out of bounds in the best way possible. And I'm sure you and JMC will have a heyday figuring it out. Not only that, but I did like a bunch of collision work for our character. Found some shit that needed fixed in a very malicious kind of bad way. You could accidentally warp through doors. Because the collision detection was not doing what it was supposed to. Put it that way. Have you seen Nintendo selling Pokemon Fire Red for $20? I have seen that. Veronius, we absolutely both love Star Wars, and Chrissy actually wants to watch the first one again. She wants to watch A New Hope again. Yeah, we're probably gonna end up watching all three of them, like, you know, the first three, like, again. And by first three, I mean like episodes 4, 5, and 6. I don't know, man. No online play for $20. Phil's clown, man. Oh, Infamous Archives. Yeah, we watched Clone Wars. We watched The Phantom Menace. We watched Attack of the Clones, and then we watched the Clone Wars. Then we watched Revenge of the Sith. And then we watched A New Hope, like, after that, yeah. Project 4K 77 version, but yeah. Which was amazing looking on stream, by the way. Still need to finish the Clone Wars. Yes, please watch it. It's very good. Dude, I kind of want to go back and watch the whole goddamn thing again. It's super good. My nephew actually purchased the Fire Red Leaf Green Switch ports like yesterday. He's like, hey man, you gonna buy that on Switch? I'm like, no. I got the physical carts, my dude. I just go pop that shit in my Nintendo GameCube's like Game Boy player. Boom. There's a new Darth Maul show coming and it looks cool. I've actually heard about that. The new Darth Maul show. Yeah, I did hear about that. And a new Mandalorian movie coming this year. I actually have not watched Mandalorian. I've not seen Mandalorian, and actually, matter of fact, I have not seen a bunch of the side content. Maul Shadow Lord? Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, we definitely need to go and watch some more of the side content. We're doing this whole like movie marathon thing with Veronius. About every 2 weeks, we've been watching either one of the movies or one of the side contents. Well, we only watched one of them, which to me I almost can't even consider Clone Wars like side content because it was like a direct into, and it just tied it together. If they had online play and were like $10 to $15, you'd swallow it. I mean, to be honest with you, Blue, if it had the online play and it was a bit cheaper and it wasn't some sort of like Nintendo proprietary subscription thing and I already had Nintendo Online, yeah, I would have probably bit the bullet too, man, to be completely honest with you, because it's convenient. The online play would just be like, you know, you wouldn't have to do this physical thing in real life with like the wireless adapters and that kind of shit. I don't know. It would have been worth it. But $20, no online content. How do you... Oh, whoa. How do you trade evolution and shit like that? How does that work? How's that work? What? Now I'm thinking about it, doesn't make any sense. You're kind of like content locked a little bit. I'd rather bet on two sloths fighting very slowly than to pay for streaming on games and movies. Yeah. That's pretty good, dude. That's really good. Oh no, Chrissy, how much would you pay to watch two sloths fight very slowly and methodically?
I'll watch it for free.
Exactly. She's like, I'd watch it for free. I agree. I can't justify the $20. No, I can't do that. I personally cannot justify the $20 because that is ridiculous. Local wireless like the old days. Yep. Also, now that some of you guys are in my chat, for those of you, this is super random. For those of you guys who know Sonny, our boy Sonny from the Legends community, he wanted me to let you know, because he sent me a message on Steam earlier. He said his Discord account has been hacked. Do not click any links from his messages, and it's not him. So if anybody sees Sonny messaging them in Discord, don't click any links, and it's not him. He messaged me. He was aggravated. They got a hold of his Gmail account. They got a hold of all of his credentials. I don't know what the hell happened, like, fully. Apparently someone, like, I guess one of his buddies got hacked, and they came over. He thought it was his friend that was actually his friend, but somebody had hacked his account. He clicked the link, and they got his Gmail. It's kind of bad. So he told me to let you guys know in the Steam messages that he sent me, and he proved that it was him, by the way, because he was saying that shit only me and him would remember, like the little pickle that I contributed during a cooking stream. Remember the little pickle, the one little fried pickle that I cooked? Oh my god. Yeah, he got hacked, and he'll probably be making a new Discord. So if you guys see him joining my server, and I don't really know if the username would be, I don't know if it's going to be text on screen or something related to his name being Sonny or Sunset. It's probably him just making a new account. So, wanted to give everybody the warning, just in case. Poor dude. I remember back, a little while back, actually it might have been about a year ago, Rod's got hacked. Rod's Discord got hacked. And it was really weird because he's like, I don't even know how they got my information. Didn't get messaged or anything. I'll tell you this right now, dude. Set up two-factor authentication. Definitely set up two-factor. It's a hacky world out there.
Hacky world.
It's a hacky world out there, including game developers who also implement mechanics in very hacky and then post it to the public at a AAA release. That's my favorite. The event ticket for Ho-Oh and Luigi and the Deoxys. I don't know if I do. I actually don't know if I do, Verunius. The only saves that I have are my completed profiles on Fire Red and Leaf Green from way back in like mid-2000. I still hope that I have those profiles. I actually need to check. I don't know if I have a way to actually transfer any sort of data. You know what? Let me look into it. It might not be expensive to actually purchase it, like something to like extract the save data. And if not, I might do that and I'll talk to you about it. I should probably do something like that anyway, because I play all these games like on physical hardware. I don't know, man. That's just me. Did I get any shinies? Actually, yeah, I did. Back in the day, I actually did end up with a few shinies. I think I got one shiny from an egg. I think it was like a... Oh, God, what was that? The little evolve of Electabuzz, Elekid? I think it was that one. I got a shiny of that dude. Oh, what else did I get? I can't... Dude, these profiles are like for the mid-2000s, so it's been... Yeah, that's kind of ironic now that I'm thinking about it, for Ernie's. Let's see. I think my nephew actually got a shiny Lapras. Yeah, a shiny Lapras. That's pretty badass. The only. Okay, hold on. Oh, I see. I see. Okay, Vernius, hold on. Let me save this. Let me save that. Join Discord servers because I'm bored and want to talk to people, but I don't know how to keep my identity safe. So one thing that I always tell people to do when you're on Discord, because it's not happened to me yet, I always make sure that my email is verified, and I always do a two-factor authentication through Discord service, and then I actually also use something known as Authy, which is an extra security layer. That way, if somebody were to somehow hack my phone number or hack into sign into my account, they have to physically have my phone, open my Authy app, and then have the, I think it's a 5 or 6 digit code, and type that in too to get in. Same thing for my Twitch, my YouTube, all my stuff. I have two-factor and Authy. Good luck. Shut the front door. Dude, I want a shiny Umbreon so bad, but I just don't have the patience to grind for one. Just can't do it, man. Does anyone over in the other chat feel unease while roaming in a bleak environment in a video game? Dude, there's some uncanny valley type shit that happens in some games. It's almost like a subliminal feeling. Like, you ever walk around in like the Gmod levels and stuff like that, with like within like empty lobbies, and just feel like how much of a ghost town it is? You know what I mean? Like some of those games that usually have like these big bustling communities, you go into the maps, it's all dead, there's like no one there, and you're just roaming around the map looking at the content that's now dead. It's like, wow, that's actually very eerie. There's some good YouTube videos on some Valve stuff, some horror Valve stuff from back in the day. Very cool videos to watch. I know that's not the question that you were directly asking, but that was kind of my interpretation of what it made me think of. Shiny Gengar gotta be the best looking shiny. Man, there's some good shiny megas too. Like certain versions of them. Actually looks pretty sick. Oh god. I'm glad I made that emote. That emote's pretty good. Have we finished Fiona and Cake? Oh, dude, it makes me sad to say, but yes, we have absolutely finished it, and I'm dying, crying, and ready to explode, waiting for our next season. It was really good. I'm sad my boy Jolteon is fucking green as a shiny. That's disgusting.
So isn't like Espion a weird color?
Huh?
Isn't Espeon a weird color too?
Yeah, like I think Espeon's also green. Like,
Like really green.
why does it gotta be green, dude? Why you do my boy that? Like, fuck, man. Regular shows coming back this year. Hey,
Why?
okay, right on, man. Telling it like it is. Forgot this was clipped last night. Oh god, what is this? Telling it like it is.
Amen.
Hello? Hey.
Like out, is it?
No, it's back. It's back. It's just freaking the hell out.
You don't like when we stream?
The stream is lag on.
Better be working after me paying even more.
Yep.
You know, normal companies, they lift up like $1 or $2, not $5.
Okay, fellas. Refresh Reno.
Easy does it. Easy does it. There it is.
Yeah, it should be back. OBS reconnected. That was weird. When I was watching the video, Blue, it's like my firewall popped up and said, "Do you want to allow Discord to do some bullshit?" And I clicked no, and then the stream fucking died. Discord, what do you want to do with my OBS? You rude boy. As soon as I reacted, wow, you're fat. Motherfucker just holding like a giant thing of McDonald's fries. Battle Network 6, man. Oh my god. Yeah, Discord popped up asking me to do some shit, and I was like, no, you don't need my access to let me see a video. And then it just, internet just died. They better not be cutting me off, man. We pay way too damn much for our shitty ass internet. That is now shitty fiber with good speed, just ass stability. I'm never clicking a link from Blue ever again, even though it was directly from Twitch. It was directly clipped in Twitch. Blue just sabotaging. He was definitely fat, though. He was a big boy. Ass stability. Yeah, you got that right, man. Dropping that shit low and can't pick it back up. Is Reddit or Discord more dangerous? I don't fuck with Reddit personally. Not for any particular reason. It's just every time I've ever had any sort of like Reddit communication, so to speak, it's always been, well, everybody's arguing. Everybody's got the bigger dick than the last guy. And I'm getting nothing done. So time to exit Reddit again. Like every time I've looked up any sort of like Unreal Engine stuff and a Reddit mod pops up, it's literally people arguing about how it's supposedly done correct, and none of them have the answer for the first guy's question. It's actually the funniest goddamn thing I've ever seen in my existence. Slightly move the camera over. Neck beard is AF. Yeah, you got that right. Yeah, I don't know about Reddit, man. I've honestly been on Reddit for like less than a half an hour the entire time I've probably ever used it. Because I'll click on the link, be like, okay, everybody's arguing. Click.
Click.
Click. Just like those freaking Snell phones from One Piece. Click. Bada 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 bada. Bada 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 bada.
I still think those are. I love those. That is so creative. Feel hilarious.
Although I have a lot to say about Discord's little age verification thing that was delayed. Don't care to get into that one, but yeah. Would you, dude? You know what we should do? Ringtone. Bada 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 bada.
Oh my god.
Bada 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 bada. And then a custom answering sound. Click. I would do it. I would love to do that.
Oh.
Anytime I've looked on Reddit for a community for a game I liked, It's always really toxic, and I know I just avoid it as much as possible. Yeah, I mean, I avoid it as much as possible too. Unfortunately, though, you know, I've ranted to Blue about this, but you would think as popular of an engine as like Unity and Unreal and Godot and all those are, but they would have pretty fat, you know, readily accessible information out there that's pretty cohesive. No, it's just a bunch of people arguing about how something's done correctly, on Reddit especially. It's quite sad. Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, Reddit's definitely got its uses. It definitely has its use case. But as of like diving into a community itself, the Reddit mods alone, I swear to God, they're like the most toxic DM you would ever see in your life. You're not allowed to touch their figurines with your hands. You have to use like the little pokey stick to move the pieces around because they don't want fingerprints on their freaking figurines. Okay, I'm sorry. Hey, it's a real thing. I just freshly painted that. Don't you dare put your low level fingers on that. Like, bruh, you really need
Help.
help. Send help. Had to verify your phone 5 times today on your server and another server. That's weird. You should only have to verify your phone 1 time. I don't know if anybody else has had that issue on my server, but yeah, you should only have to verify your phone 1 time on Discord, like per server. Because it only needs like the single verification check before it's like, okay, yeah, you're a legit user. Should. You got banned in the infamous subreddit for not having a single period or comma in the post. I mean, what the fuck? That's weird. Sir, your English is not good. You need to ban. Damn. I've seen many instances of Reddit mods just flat out abusing their moderation tools because they just don't like someone. Oh yeah, of course. It's all a glazing party over there, man. People glazing each other's schlongs like every 5 seconds and being like, I have the ultimate power on this little text website. Yeah, guess what, buddy? You're not really that important. As soon as somebody looks away from that screen, you disappear. Just saying. That clip still has me chuckling. Oh my god. Blue, you got raided the other night. Who was that? Was that Caleb? Was Caleb up to shenanigans again? Good old Caleb, man. I just come back to the stream. Got like over 400 some people watch. I'm like, we got a lot of Pace Pals in here for some reason, or we got a fat raid. I'm gonna chalk it up to the fat raid, but still. But yeah, man, I usually try to avoid Reddit. I mean, I've had to use it a little bit here and there just to kind of like look up specific issues for stuff, but usually what I do now for whenever I'm looking up like game dev stuff, I'll just either go to like the Unreal forums, like those forums, or I'll go to YouTube specifically, or if one of my game dev buddies understands the problem, then they'll help me out. Which that's usually the way to go. Is just have a friend that's like generally smart about most things and just avoid the internet. Otherwise, just avoid other toxic information that's probably incorrect. The fucking moderator of the subreddit, he thinks he's above people, so he takes down so many innocent Reddit users' posts and ban them because they didn't quote unquote following the rules. Yeah, oh yeah. And the rules are like the most arbitrary dog shit you could possibly imagine, because you read the rules, it's like, dude, it's a text it's a text site talking about a topic, and you got these rules in place as if it's some sort of like, I don't know, jury case.
But this looks like a good place.
It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, just throw them directly in the toilet like I did that cartridge there. Just throw them directly in the toilet. Get some flushing action going on. Just hammer on the lever a little bit. Make that shit squeaky clean. The only rule that matters: toss Mega Man 64 into the trash. I agree. Either the trash, the air fryer, the toilet, the toaster oven, chopping block, run it over with your car, drop it out of a jet. Yes. Chop it in pieces with a lightsaber. Yeah, let's do that too. Force grab it and force squeeze it. Oh yeah. I agree. Absolutely agree.
And then you pop it in and it still works.
Then you put it in and it still works. Yeah, it just boots up and like, there it is, and all of its Vaseline and awful quality audio. And yet there's websites out there that say that Mega Man 64 is the superior version. Higher resolution textures and anti-aliasing. I'm just like, dude, I just want to choke slam somebody. Second place has got the Ultimate 64 as well. That's why his is above the rest. How do I do those in order? Dude, I don't know. I really don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't have a tutorial on that one. That went a little too far. I just kind of improvised it. You know, the funniest Reddit post I come across was when they ran about how they hate Reddit, and yet they're still using Reddit. It's so stupid. It is stupid. You're kind of part of the problem at that point, right? Like, you're kind of part of the problem. If you're ranting about something that, it's like playing a game that you're not having fun, right? But you're stubborn and you keep trying to play this game, and you're not having fun with it, and you're ranting about it to other people who are also ranting about it, but yet you're continuing to play it. You're kind of part of the problem. Sounds like a bunch of speedrunners who can't get the PB. Sounds like I've been there before. Sounds like me when I'm screaming at my Pokemon games trying to shiny hunt, and it's like the 7,000th reset, and it's still not shiny for some reason.
I don't want to be shiny.
God, dude, shiny hunting is fun, but you gotta pay just enough of attention, otherwise you'll reset a shiny, and it's like, oh my god. I had a friend from school telling me about that. He was shiny hunting, and then his wife had to stop him from resetting his game because he was in autopilot mode. It's pretty funny, actually. I'm actually surprised you haven't ran into a shiny this game yet with how crazy your luck usually is. You know what it is?
Yeah.
You're not 100%ing like you usually are. You know? So you're not like running into like the hordes over and over of Pokemon. That's probably what it is.
Whoop. Not that yet. Don't want to fight that yet.
Is that like a low-key birch tree? I mean, look at the bark. Is it like a little shitty birch tree?
I guess
Really
so.
shitty birch tree? Oh my god.
Catch more of these guys.
You know what? I mean, I know they have to do it for tech reasons, but you know the thing that really makes me laugh is when you're walking around in a big open field game like this and you're looking in the background and you just see entire trees pop into view. It's just so funny. I've always thought it was funny because they don't even have, like, some of them don't even have like a fade in. They just appear. They just appear. It's like, oh my god. I literally just physically watched a tree. Boom, there it is. God dang, it's so funny. Especially when like the shadows pop into like that right there in the back. It's like, oh my god. Like entire physical objects just phase warping into existence.
It's not so bad though.
It's not that bad. It is funny as shit though. It's not as bad as ZA when like literal, like important things that are actually closer to you are not in view, but things that are not as important are in view. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually hilarious. Pretty soon, physical media is not going to exist. Yeah, now that is absolutely an inevitability, and I think everybody here knows it. If you don't agree, I would love to hear your reasons.
They don't like collectors, I guess.
Like, I feel like physical media is going to be a thing of the past within the next 10 years. Easily next 10 years. Like, I would be surprised if it even lasts for 10 years, because, I mean, think about it. We're now getting consoles that are, well, though be it they have physical versions still, but I mean, you look at the PS5, there's an alternative that have no disc drives. Xboxes, no disc drives. Nintendo will eventually probably do an online service only type system, or digital codes for your consoles only. Steam is already digital only, but that's actually justified. Big box PC games has been completely dead for friggin' decades. Nobody, like most people's computers don't even have disk drives in them these days. Like mine don't. My computer doesn't even have a disk drive in it anymore. And if I want a disk drive in my computer, my case won't even hold a disk drive. I have to have like an external disk drive if I were to do that. Some days CRTs will cease to exist. Yeah, Vernius, matter of fact, dude, CRTs right now are absolutely popping off in terms of popularity, but there's also another side of that. There's a bad side of that. You got to know where to look for CRTs to get one for a good price. You can find them almost anywhere, but to find them for a price that isn't absolutely astronomical, because now most people who are like slinging those in terms of like trade, they know what they're worth to most people who want a CRT. CRTs went from like literally anywhere between $10 to $25 to hundreds of dollars for CRTs. I've actually seen it.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No.
Oh yeah, if somebody was none the wiser, yeah, they'll sell you a CRT for like 25 bucks. Like, here you go. I mean, I don't need this old fat TV. I got my 75-inch OLED boy, 4K. Like, why do I need this little shitty TV? Little do they know they're actually sitting on gold, because the input latency is unmatched. The dithering and the scan lines help old media so much, including VHS, old school shit like that. Old school beta tapes, Laserdisc just look better on it. You got the analog signal for something like Atari, you know, with the coax input. You can't get that now. And so they just sell that shit off like it's somebody's garbage, and they're getting like 25 bucks for it. When those people out there who are slinging these that know the trade, they're like, hey, I could sell this little shitty CRT right here with composite inputs only on it for 100 bucks. It's crazy. It's actually once people understand what something is worth, they try to milk the money out of it. It's nuts. And it's like that with anything, by the way. Like the supply and demand, and like the net value of something, what it's worth, and like what it can do. It's insanity. It'll be the end of pop culture, which is why we must collect what we can while we can. It still scares me because they don't have the option to put a disc in the Blu-ray drive. Yeah, if you don't have the option, yeah. Yeah, no, I feel you. Like, there's something different about having physical media versus like a code on a piece of paper. It's weird. It's weird. Like, and the more you buy into like the media, or like the digital media, the more you're almost like solidifying the fact that, yeah, we don't need physical media. I'd like to get a PVM, but I'm fine with the Toshiba CRT that takes component. Hey, man, that's good shit. I have a Toshiba CRT that takes component, S video, and composite. It's the big silver one. I think mine's like either a 28-inch or a 32-inch Toshiba one. Dude, that TV is absolutely gold. It looks good. It's crisp. Got good picture fidelity. But I'll say, Cypher, coming from somebody who actually has a Sony PVM 20L5, oh my god. It's kind of insane what kind of upgrade it is. Like, I love my Toshiba TV. That TV has absolutely been with me through hell and back, and it's in great shape. It doesn't have any sort of problems, no warping. Screen's nice and bright. Speakers work on it just fine. No big issue, right? The 20L5 Sony PVM HR Trinitron multi-format is what it says on it. This thing is absolutely compact for its size. It's fucking heavy. And it is quick. It is crunchy. But it's almost a very inconvenient kind of TV, right? Because you gotta have these B and C connectors, and if you're using SCART, you gotta, like, if you're using like a SCART connector, you gotta do SCART to B and C. You gotta have a SCART distribution amplifier in order to split the signal. Or if you're gonna go component, you gotta have a component in and out. You gotta have a component distribution amplifier, and you gotta have a way to extract the audio to extract the audio into speakers or your headphones. It's actually a very inconvenient to use kind of TV because there's no speakers on it at all. But if you can deal with that and set up a nice little setup of your own to do that, it's worth it. The visual fidelity is absolutely insane. PS3 Slim, where we've been together since 2009. We got Infamous 1, my first ever game. Dude, I've actually played in my PlayStation 3 on this Sony PVM, and my goodness God, I'm sorry, but it looks so much better than like an LCD, LED, or an OLED TV for that generation. It looks so clean. It's like the scan line and the dithering and like the Gaussian kind of stuff that a CRT does to that generation. It's like it was made for it. Sony to Sony, so it makes sense. Dude, Jetta, hello man, how are you doing? Happy to see you, dude. How is the day going for you, sir? Tired. Oh man. Get to sleep in tomorrow. Tomorrow's back to work for us. It's not too bad though, not too bad. Yes, dude. Today's weather is absolutely... It was actually kind of beautiful today. Like, it was kind of swampy from how much rain we got. Like, we were absolutely in like a low-key hurricane tsunami over here. Just wind and waves. I mean, wind and rain. Pretty much. But yeah, it was coming down. But today was actually pretty nice. Have I tested PSN Legends on that PVM? Yes. And interestingly enough, I don't know if it's just the output, Verenius, but my PlayStation 2 is actually sharper. Like, the colors are ever so slightly different, like just ever so slightly. And then it's almost got this like little bit of like a anti-aliasing edge to like some of the pixels. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say that it looks better or worse, but I would say that it looks like a little bit different. Like a little bit different than what it does versus like my PS1 or 2. But I have seen it. And it's been a very long time since I've seen it. Actually, it's probably been about a decade. Sony is sitting on a gold mine and they're not doing shit with it. Man, these companies these days, man, they don't know how to run their own business, and they don't really care what their own like buyers like that buy into their company actually want. They're like so blindsided by the money that they don't even know what their own fans want. Well, Easy, it's been good talking with you and you, madam, and stay safe. I'm out. All right. See you, dude. Bye-bye. Oh my God, there's Sonny. Sonny, I gave the message to everybody. I told him earlier that you were hackaroonied. Sonny's here, by the way.
Hi, Sonny.
It's actually me. I sorted out the stuff I could with the whole Discord hack thing today. As far as I know, I'm good. Won't know until next month. Yeah, we were actually talking about like two-factor authentication. We were talking about the Authy app and stuff like that you could do with the with like your cell phone. Man, I do that with absolutely everything. I do that with everything because I get sussed out. I like, seriously, like, I've had Chrome pop up and say your passwords have been compromised, and it's like, oh, it's because you used your same password on more than one website. It's like, you're just an asshole. Not even two-factor authentication worked. The guy hacked the account to that extent. Holy crap. So they had access to your phone to, or like your Authy account to get the numbers. They had access to your two-factor. Then they had access to your password and your account name and email. That is absolutely absurdity. Too many people who run companies get in cheap and cash out at the end. Yeah, leaving the rest of the company to hold the bag. I tell you, man, it's insane to me how blindsided most companies are to what the actual people and consumers want. Imagine if someone started a company that makes modern day CRT and PVMs. I mean, I don't understand why they don't. I mean, the cathode stuff is like still readily available. You can manufacture new parts. It's not like the technology is something of the past that can never be recreated. I actually don't understand. And, well, actually I do understand. The reason why they don't do that is because it's niche. It's still too niche. And modern day 4K OLED HD quad pixel, fuck my entire ass, is popular. And everybody wants a slim factor, no bezel, maximum space television that doesn't have a fat ass on the back of it like cathode ray, like tube TVs do. Like the cathode ray TVs, I mean, like the backs of those TVs are absolutely massive. But yeah, having at least like relatively accurate CRT filters, I mean, it does kind of like bridge the gap a bit. All good for now, though. Anyway, how have things been? Things have actually been pretty good. Pretty good, Sonny. Not too bad. Chrissy and I are keeping our heads low. We're keeping our heads very low when it comes to 2026. We're trying not to gather any attention, any unnecessary attention, I would like to say. Thick boy CRTs. Yeah, man. They got them thick backs, the thick backdoor boys TVs.
Come here, little Evie.
I'm just glad the RetroTink products are pretty close to lagless. Yeah. I mean, modern day upscalers have come so far. I mean, starting off with like the old, like not even really starting off, but like back in the day, having that frame meister and the OSSC and like the old original versions of those MyCom and what are they, StarTech cards for capture cards and shit. Yeah, that's like, to me, that was like the real beginning of like the more modern versions of the upscaling for retro games. I mean, you got that Retro Tink 4K thing, man. That's like the cream of the crop upscale technology, like, and they're very expensive. They're very expensive. Me personally, I actually probably should at some given point upgrade my classic video game output stuff. Because, I mean, I actually still have my MyCom Soft FrameMeister, like the XRGB Mini, I think is what it was called. I actually still have that. It's in great condition. It's a great little device. It's just, it has some definite problems. I mean, like the video dropouts and stuff like that, like between resolutions, the colors not always being the most accurate, some of the scaling issues that it has, but it's still a great device for like its age. It was actually very revolutionary for what it could do. That and the amount of inputs that it could take was actually pretty good. And the fact that you could use like a JP or Euroscart connections with it. You have the Tink 5X. Honestly, I don't feel the need to upgrade to the 4K CE. The 5X can do 1440p, and that's fine enough for you. Yeah, man. I mean, realistically, I mean, 4K, the whole 4K thing, right? And I have like a total opinion on 4K in general. I feel like 1440p is absolutely on the precipice of actually being the modern standard for most most displays in terms of the technology that we have. What I mean by that is I'm talking about even PC gaming, right? Cream of the crop, best computer you can possibly even beyond affording. I'm talking like the highest grade PC parts you can possibly get, max graphical settings on every game. I feel like it's definitely probably like at least 95% possible for 1080p, and I feel like for 1440p that probably reigns true about 80% of the time right now, and then for 4K maybe 40% of the time. I don't feel like 4K is not going to be a standard for probably like another decade and a half. It just won't. And you know why? Because now everybody's getting lazy. If you know, you know. Everybody's getting lazy now. You guys have heard of a little thing known as FSR? No? You ever hear of DLSS? Oh, you probably heard of that one. You ever hear of a thing called frame generation? You might have heard of that one too. Yeah, they kind of gave up on optimizing games, fellas. They kind of gave up on it. I think they're slowly but surely just throwing AI at it. Yeah, DLSS, fix my shitty code. Fix my shitty engine.
Realize I'm attacking this guy. He's 56.
Do you need me to move my water out of the way of your
No, it's good.
HP bar?
I'm gonna die.
Front.
He definitely gonna die.
You got fucked up.
I'll have guilty.
Yeah, Cypher, you have some people trying to push 8K. You have got to absolutely be fucking kidding me. Like I've talked to my buddy Rods about this to the extent of nauseum, by the way.
He's from...
But
oh no,
8K is a joke. Can somebody out there correct me on this? But didn't a big company recently just put a stop to their like push towards 8K, pretty much deeming it irrelevant? What company was that? Was it Sony? Some company out there was like, yeah, 8K's dumb. Axe. And just got away from it. I don't know what company that was. Somebody was telling me about it, and it was like an official news story that they did like a little interview on. But yeah, a company out there realized 8K is dumb, and they're not even pursuing it anymore. Oh my God, imagine the amount of money we could save if we stop pursuing something that's completely irrelevant to the next 3 freaking decades.
Up defense, slower in attack.
Jolteon's fine. I mean, it's going to use special attack anyway. If you wanted to, that's totally up to you.
I'm trying to decide if I want a Jolteon or a Flareon.
Oh, you don't want Flareon. Flareon's good for attack. You don't want to down an attack for Flareon.
Sorry, Sylveon. Just for a sec here.
Oh, and not to mention, just to kind of continue the conversation of like 4K, 8K, DLSS, and all that stuff, right? You guys realize what they're doing now with graphic cards, right? I'm sure you guys have all understood. Like, you've seen this for a while now. Graphic cards are not really, in terms of raw performance and power. The bar was like this, right? It was going like this in terms of like power. Now it's kind of going like this. Not completely flat, but it's like a lot flatter.
That was an accident.
Huh?
That was an accident.
What'd you do?
That was totally an accident. The stones look.
You're supposed to read the
colorblind.
text that is on the screen, my dude. It's okay. You can just get a better one.
Sorry.
But yeah, what they're getting at now with graphic cards is they're feature locking more than actually getting better cards. And not to mention, the majority of the graphic cards that are out there today are actually probably a scam. Like, I'm sorry, bro, but if you're going to buy a 50 series graphic card, 40 series graphic card, if you're getting anything less than like the like 12 gig memory, or dude, if you're getting an 8 gig memory graphic card today, what are you even doing? Why do they even make the 4 gig? Like I've seen 4 gigs still exist. 8 gig, I don't understand the point. 12 gig, yeah, you're getting there. Like you're probably pretty all right. Then 16 gig is like a sweet spot. Like that's like, stop making these cards that are literally a fucking scam. They're a scam. They're slightly cheaper than their alternatives, right? But it's of that series, and it's got that feature, that exclusive feature that this card has, right? Because it's the same internals, just with the less shit. It doesn't make any sense, and I have a hot take on that too, a very bad hot take, and it calls out a lot of developers. But yeah, if I require 16 gigs of graphical memory to run your game at less than maximum graphics, I'll even hot take and say at 1080p max graphics, if it takes 16 gigs to run your game, you need to quit being a developer. You need to stop. You seriously need to stop, because if you have to throw DLSS at it to run it now, you need to learn how to freaking code your shit and learn good practices. But I have this game that is all indoors and I need fucking path tracing, dude. No, you don't. You don't. Even if you had path tracing on and you do like a software render version of that, depending on your reflection methods and stuff like this, you could probably get away with it. Yeah, Jet, exactly. Improvements become so marginal, it's not even worth it. I mean, I feel like NVIDIA is capped out. I feel like it would be like other company competitors to actually still make gain. Like, I feel like NVIDIA, they have absolutely capped out. At this point, they're feature locking, they're doing like exclusive DLSSs and exclusive frame generations and exclusive this and that, and that's why it's going to be the exact same thing when they bring out the 60 series graphic cards my 40 series graphic card, though be a little bit weaker than their newest stuff, right? In terms of raw performance, it's so minuscule that I can just slightly overclock my graphic card and be as good as those cards. Maybe minus the 90 series, like the 4090 and 5090, like TI, 30,000 gigs of video memory that are $4,000 graphic cards, but that's kind of besides the point. That's why having limitations is necessary. It forces developers to have to squeeze as much performance out of what they have. Cypher, you don't do that. That is the smartest thing that I have read all day in terms of like how accurate it is to be a good developer. You're dead on, man. You're dead on. And I've worked with companies before that have talked about graphical fidelity and what matters in art design and environment design and this whole kind of pipeline thing. And I'll say it like this: there's too many crayons in that box, man. Too much tech out there. Oh, do we need ray tracing for this? Oh man, imagine how good that would look with path tracing. Oh, dude, imagine how good that would look if we had this crazy global illumination method that like dynamically cast all these individual fucking, it's like stupid, man. Absolutely stupid. Game Freak pre 3DS era was like that. For sure they pulled back on from the open AI also. Telling you this right now, guys, I feel like AI is going to go in this direction. It's in the honeymoon phase right now. People are absolutely going gaga for all these AI alternative this and that. Then it's not, the honeymoon phase is going to be over, and it was going to be a meh, that was cool. And then they'll just use it as like a little learning tool, like a little supplementary thing here and there to kind of help them out with whatever small team or et cetera they might need, or if they need to like throw some like sketches at it to kind of get some like to jar some ideas. But I feel like AI is in the honeymoon phase, especially for like, you know, the gaming industry stuff. I feel like people are going to be ginormous on it. There's going to be all these controversial topics on it for years to come, and then one day you're going to see a shift. You okay?
Yeah.
You just saving?
Oh.
Are you
no.
gamer saving?
I was changing his moves.
Oh, I thought you were gamer saving. I heard the noise. Like, what? What was that?
Oh gosh, I should do that.
Yeah, you probably should save. Imagine if.
Oh, this is.
Imagine if all of a sudden. all the AI glazing is nuts. Yeah, man. Dude, okay. I was actually physically assaulted by AI yesterday. Actually, I was. It physically came to my home and showed itself to me on my computer screen. You know what it was? I'm a big fan of Final Fantasy X. I love that game. I've played that game pretty much since its launch. I remember watching the commercials on TV, watching wrestling back in the day, WWF at the time, and seeing the intro cutscene where Titus was in the sphere pool, and you hear the freaking song playing, that badass song, Otherworld. I saw an AI remake, quote unquote remake, of like giant chunks of that game in like a almost like cinematic movie style trailer, and they had an AI song written that had English lyrics to the da 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 na 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 na. They had like new lyrics written for it, and it was this big overblown cinematic thing, and they were showing all the characters like Titus, Yuna, Waka, Lulu, Riku, Orin. You know, they were Seymour. Like they were showing all of them, right? And their new fidelity graphics using AI, and I'll admit, damn, did it look good. It looked good, right? It did, admittedly. but holy fucking hell, I knew it was AI as soon as I was like about a couple seconds in. I was like, because at first I thought it was like somebody doing like a passion project in Unreal Engine, because Unreal Engine looks damn good for some of this stuff, right? Looks really good. Like I've seen like a bunch of remake stuff out there, and UE that looks pretty good. This was AI. The chat knew it was AI. The chat was glazing its fucking little nutbag, and I was like, oh my god. You know how bad I would want an actual proper remake of those games to be absolutely as faithful as possible, and to see them in modern technology without garbage. That would be so cool. Oh, and yes, that song in English would be cursed as fuck. English translation on that shit, 1-to-1 is garbage. But this here had like completely brand new written lyrics that actually had nothing to do with the original song in any sort of way. And not only that, but they mispronounced the word Xanarkand in the AI sung lyrics. They were like Zanarkand. I'm like, okay, I'm about ready to throw up now. I was about ready to puke. As soon as they said that, I was like, yeah, it's over. It's over. We're traveling to Zanarkand. Smorgasborgen. That's what they were doing, man. I was like, oh my god. Yeah. It was awesome to see it, but it was annoying as fuck to see it. Because as soon